What's going on, guys? Tom Newsham back with a video, and today we are checking out the PhD Diet Plant Protein, and we are going to be doing a bit of a review on this protein powder. Now, if you can't tell, it's a vegan protein powder mainly made up of pea and soy protein. Now, we're going to be using our formula to determine whether or not this is a good protein powder that you should be spending your money on. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at this packaging. As you can see here, it says 100% recyclable packaging, which I guess you kind of need with a vegan protein powder. As mentioned before, it's a blend of proteins. So it's soya and pea protein, mainly pea protein because that's what's listed first. And then obviously you've got all your things like green tea extract, CLAs, L-carnitine and flaxseed. And all those ingredients have a high thermal effect on the body, which in turn allows you to lose a little bit more weight. They're not considered fat burners per se, but they are in a lot of fat burning products, especially green tea extract and CLAs. Now, whether that makes a considerable difference on your weight loss, the jury's kind of out on that. Studies have shown both sides of this, but just remember, it typically comes down to calories in versus calories out. You need to be in a calorie deficit if you're going to lose weight, and no amount of CLAs or green tea extract is going to negate the fact that you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Now, if you watch my last YouTube video, which I'll link there or there, I would highly recommend watching that before you watch any of my other videos, just because it gives you a good understanding of what I look for in a protein powder and how to weed out some of the bad protein powders. And we're going to be putting the diet plant protein to that test as well. So the first criteria for a good protein powder is it has no less than 19 grams of protein. Now, this comes in at 18 grams of protein per scoop, so it just misses the mark just by 1 gram. Now, some people say you need to be a little bit more lenient with vegan protein powders. However, I disagree. I think you even need to hold vegan protein powders to that criteria as well. However, this protein powder comes back and is quite strong on the other macronutrients, has 0.9 grams of fat and 2.3 grams of carbohydrates. And as you know from that video, the criteria for both of those is a little bit higher than that. Now, skipping over point number 2, which is taste, which we'll get to in just a moment. Point number 3 is cost. Now, if you've seen the video, you know that a kilogram of protein shouldn't cost you any more than £35. Now, this is 500 grams, however, it is coming in at $14.99, which is well below the $17.50, which 500 grams should cost you, which is quick maths. Now, PhD, at the date of recording this video, the 20th of October 2021, do have a sale on, which is $8.99, I believe, for 500 grams of this protein, which this video isn't sponsored at all, but like, that is a pretty good deal. It may be one of the cheapest proteins that we've reviewed on this channel. So it didn't hit the protein test, it did hit the carbohydrate and fat test quite comfortably, and also the cost test pretty comfortably. Now, you know as well as I do that taste is such an important part of your protein shake, because if it tastes disgusting, you're just not going to drink it. It could have the best macros and it could be really cheap, but if it doesn't taste very good, you're just not going to have it, so it's a waste of money regardless. So let's get into the taste test for this, and let's see what we're at. So for Belgian chocolate flavour, comes in 3 flavours, I think, of vanilla, strawberry and a chocolate. Kind of smells a bit funky. If anything, it smells a bit fishy. So take that with a grain of salt. So we have the suggested amount, which is 200 mils of water. We're going to shake it up. Sure, it's really mixed in and it's coming out like that. And let's go in for a taste test. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that me and PhD don't really get on too well when it comes to taste. It's not that it's a bad tasting protein, it's kind of like a texture thing for me. It's a little bit like really like ground up nuts that they kind of throw in there. They don't, and perhaps it's the flaxseed, perhaps it's the flavourings they use. I'm just having a look here, just seeing if there's anything potentially in there that it could be. But it's one of the better ones from PhD, and you know, if you've had like the diet whey protein or their other plant-based proteins, you'll know exactly what I mean, and if you like it, you like it. However, for me, this isn't a fantastic tasting protein powder, so it is going to fail the taste test personally for me. However, I would recommend potentially ordering like a bit of a sample, just seeing if you like it. If you get on well with it, this is actually a pretty good protein, and maybe you could overlook literally that 1 gram of protein, which it failed the protein test on. I'm gonna go in for another taste test now. It's not the worst tasting protein powder I've ever tasted before, but again, it is just that consistency, that texture. I really don't know. But again, it mixes really well. I didn't have any issue, there's no lumps or anything like that. However, just that texture, that classic PhD texture, personally I just don't get on with it, so I cannot recommend this protein. It's a no from me, guys. However, make up your own mind, order a sample. It's very, very cheap at the moment. Now this is 500 grams, you get 20 servings, so 20 scoops out of this. It may just be worth just buying it while it's on sale and just seeing what you think. Again, I just can't sign off on this just purely because of the texture. Everything else is pretty good. Now again, as with all of their diet protein shakes, this is aimed at people who are trying to lose weight or people who are trying to maintain. The only difference between this and a diet whey is that it's a vegan protein shake. As far as vegan protein shakes go, I think it's better than a MyProtein one. I think it's much better than that one. However, compared to some of the other brands such as Revolution Nutrition or even the Impact Whey Protein, I just think if you're not vegan, you're probably better off going for something like that. So thank you so much for watching, guys, really appreciate it. As always, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and comment down below what you want me to review next. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys, so please share this with people who might be interested, and let's get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 21. See ya!